ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। सर्ववेदान्त सिद्धान्त गोचरन्तमगोचरं गोविन्दं परमानन्दं सद्गुरुं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। 15 शास्त्रस्य गुरुवाक्यस्य सत्यबुद्ध्यावधारणा सा श्रद्धा कथिता सद्भिः यया वस्तूपलभ्यते सर्वदा स्थापनं बुद्धेः शुद्धे ब्रह्मणि सर्वथा तत्समाधानमित्युक्तं न तु चित्तस्य लालनम् अहङ्कारादिदेहान्तान् बन्धानज्ञानकल्पितान् स्वस्वरूपावबोधेन मोक्तुमिच्छामुमुक्षुता उक्तसाधनसम्पन्नः तत्त्वजिज्ञासुरात्मनः उपसीदेद्गुरुं प्राज्ञं यस्मात् बन्धविमोक्षणम् श्रोत्रियो व्रजिनो कामहेतो यो ब्रह्मवित्तमः ब्रह्मण्युपरतः शान्तः निरिन्धन इवानलः अहेतुकदया सिन्धुः बन्धुरानमतां सताम्. So, just want to first give you some minor changes which are there. This particular link has to be shared now by 8:30. There is another class of about 60 odd students are there, or 35 odd students I think. So this link will go there. So today we will complete at 8:30 and stop it. Next Saturday class will not be there for sure. Subsequently, I think we will just connect instead of Zoom. We will go to Google Meet. I will share the link. We will join in Google Meet and then we will continue in Google Meet. Okay. So from subsequent class, it will be in Google Meet rather than Zoom. Otherwise, when you come also, you have to wait in a particular this. Okay. So we'll start with Google Meet. This particular link will become free by end of December. Then we can continue in this if required. And not only that, Saturdays, let me check how it is. There may be Saturdays where I have to go and teach there. So, thoda idhar udhar rahega, but surely half an hour we will take. Otherwise, I will record and put it. So, I'll work out something on that. Okay? Right. Now, coming to the shloka which we stopped in the last class. Ahankarati dehantan bandhan ajnana kalpitan swaswarupavabodhena moktumichha mumukshuta uktasadana sampannaha tattvajijñāsurātmanaha upasīded gurum prajñam yasmāt bandha vimokshanam. Okay, so Okay. Now, if you Ukta sadhana sampannaha. Now, what is Ukta sadhana sampannaha? Ukta means what has been told. Sadhana is the different sadhanas. Sampannaha, one who has properly completed those sadhanas. So, what is Ukta sadhana sampannaha? What is Ukta sadhana sampannaha? That means one who has completed sadhana chatushtaya sampatti and has acquired this completely in a good sizable measure. You may not always complete and get the full. You can't say that I am 99% got it. No. Even if there is a very appreciable amount of that, that is good enough, because at least then you are sensitive about it. Is it clear? Ukta sadhana sampannaha. Now, before that, Ukta sadhana sampannaha for what? Tattva jijnasuratmanaha. Are you able to hear me? Yeah, can you hear me? Okay. Tattva jijnasuratmanaha. What is Tattva jijnasuratmanaha? And this is where we have to now understand. Slowly we have to clearly understand what is this liberation referring to. What is this liberation, mumukshutvam? Okay. That mumukshutvam, the way it is defined is dropping that ajnana bandhan. Ajnana bandhan is what? Wrong identification of self with body-mind complex. Whenever I identify myself, I'm always identifying myself with the body-mind complex and never identifying myself with Atma. So, Aham Atma we will never say. You will always say, I am this body-mind complex. All our biography, all our thought process is related to only this body-mind complex. So, this is Ajnana Bandhan. Okay. Now, this particular, it will not go. Please understand that this will not go just by having the knowledge, because it is habitual bandhan. It is a very habitual thing. Okay. So for that sadhanas are required. Because these sadhanas will slowly start widening our thought, going out of this body-mind complex into much more. How does it do? Okay. So the answer is, you have to get these qualifications, and without the qualification, it is very difficult to cognitively even understand how to go mentally out of this body-mind complex. Are you able to get this? Everyone are busy writing notes. I don't understand. Huh? Don't worry, this is there recorded. You can listen to it and write again and again. Rewind and replay. But understand this, when we are saying this body-mind complex, we are so connected to it because that's a very natural thing. Okay, we know ourselves only by that. Without that, how will you know yourself? It is a very difficult thing. And hence, the sadhanas are given. Now, the sadhanas, what are given? The sadhanas given by the Vedas. Now, here, what have we learned? What are the sadhanas? What are the sadhanas? So that we become eligible at least to understand this, that we are not the body-mind complex. So what does Vedanta talk of? Sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. Correct? What is sadhana chatushtaya sampatti? First is Viveka, nitya Viveka. Then ihamutra phalabhoga viragaha. Shamadhi shatka sampattihi shamadama uparama titiksha shraddha samadhanam, and then mumukshutva. Okay. How does the Vedas tell this? Because Vedanta has pulled this out from somewhere. The Vedas call it Karma Yoga and Upasana Yoga. Okay. What is Karma Yoga? Karma Yoga is submitting all the karma to Ishvara and accepting whatever he gives as prasada bhavana. Correct? That is Karma Yoga. We have learned this. In so many texts we have learned that only. So how do we get that? And that is what Karma Kanda of the Vedas will do. What does the Karma Kanda do? It brings in very clearly do's and don'ts, what you have to do. Vidhi Nishedha Vakyam. Do this, do not do this. Okay. So, which means it is actually giving us what is dharma. Karma Kanda is making us follow the dharma very clearly. By following the dharma, what are we going to do now? What are we going to get? Slowly, we start becoming from Prakrita Purusha, from a animal man, we become a man. And that is the first step which is important. Why? These various karmas, which are the karmas? Do we remember how many karmas are there? How many types of karma is there in the Vedas? 16. No, that is not 16 karmas are no, that are different. That is a part of one particular karma. But how many types of karma are there? 5 types. Yeah. Nishiddha karma, Prayaschitta karma, Kamya karma, correct? And then Naimittika karma and Nitya karma. Okay, these are the 5 classifications. Out of that, Nitya Naimittika karma are the Shodasha samskaras. Okay, so what is the first step to move ahead in Karma Kanda is first stop Nishiddha karma. Nishiddha karma, why does one do? Why does one do the Nishiddha karma? Nishiddha karma is those karma which you are not supposed to do, which you have to avoid in all circumstances are Nishiddha karmas. Why does someone do? Why does someone do?
Greed.
Huh?
Greed.
It is for self-convenience and gratification at the cost of others. Simple. Whichever Nishiddha karma, when you say don't do it, it is gratifying one's own need at the cost of others. What is that karma where you can gratify yourself without hampering others called?
Kamya karma.
Correct. So, Kamya karma in accordance to social norms and without genuinely hampering anyone, any other, that becomes Kamya karma. But the same thing, if it hampers someone, becomes Nishiddha karma. Why? You are doing it for your Kamya. Don't forget that. Okay. So you are doing it for gratification, but by all wrong ways and means. Okay. karma, what will come to you first? When you want to drop Nishiddha karma, what is the thing which will... Huh? I can't hear. Who's that? What is the thing which comes to your mind when Nishiddha karma you want to stop?
You will be doing any power?
No, what is that comes to your mind first? When do you feel that, oh, this is a Nishiddha karma, I've been doing this regularly. Suddenly you start feeling, oh, this is a Nishiddha karma I should not do. So when you start that, when that thought comes, what comes in your mind?
Chitta Shuddhi.
Chitta Shuddhi will not come to your mind. Chitta Shuddhi is an effect when you stop the Nishiddha karma. What comes to your mind the moment you say, oh, this is the Nishiddha karma? What happened to Valmiki when the Saptarishis asked him, will your wife and children take the karma phala of what you are doing? What was the answer? They said, that is your problem. Your duty is to fill our stomach. How you are doing it is your problem. We are not a bhagidar in that. So the moment that was told, what comes to his mind?
Realization.
That realization brings what? The immediate problem what comes when you know that, oh, something I have been doing wrong. What happens?
Guilt.
Exactly. The problem is immediately the guilt comes. So now the mind will be always, it will be haunting you, very clearly saying that, oh, what I have been doing for so many years. ये क्या मैंने किया, ये क्या मैंने किया. So what is the answer for that? That is where prayashchitta karma comes. You understand? So you have to now have a place to vent out this guilt. That is where a prayashchitta karma comes. So what is the requirement in terms, or what is the direction in terms of Nishiddha karma and prayashchitta karma? Increase the Nishiddha karma or reduce the Nishiddha karma? Huh? Reduce it. What about prayashchitta karma? Reduce it. Correct? Okay. Now if these two are not there, then the karmas what you are doing are dharmic karmas. Now you have become a man. From an animal man to prakrita purusha, you become samskrita purusha. So now you are a man. And when you are a man, then when you are a man, then what are you now going to follow? Which are as per the social norms, which does not hamper anyone. So now I will follow kamya karma as per what the Shastras say, or what is the societal norms. Dharma is what? That which doesn't hamper anyone and still it allows you to satisfy your needs in a legitimate manner is dharma. It is an enabler. It is not a disabler. Normally when we say you have to be dharmic, everyone will say मेरा हाथ पाँव सब बांध के उसको धार्मिक बोलते हैं. No. It is a very, very legitimate and a genuine way to satisfy your needs. Okay. In a proper way by which it doesn't hamper anyone. So what happens in dharmic, or when dharma comes, first thing is divinity is brought inside. Divinity to everyone and everything is first brought in. Right? That is why you start doing, अच्छा बारिश आने वाला है, पूजा करो. Crops are now हार्वेस्टिंग टाइम है, पूजा करो. You pray to the God, you pray to the rain God, you pray to... See, everything starts becoming divine. So our perspective of looking at something which are just a kamya karma now starts getting converted with divinity in it. So unknowingly this divinity has now got into us. Are you able to get this? Is it clear? So once this kamya karma starts with divinity, then slowly you will start asking a question, how much I have to look at only myself, me and myself. Okay, first is however for myself, then no, legitimately for myself. Then the next question will come that how much should I look at only myself? How much I have to be a consumer? Should it I be a little contributor? And that is where the karmas which are related to Nitya Naimittika karma will come. That is why Nitya Naimittika karma is not going to give you any kamya benefit. It is not going to give you any kamya benefit. In case your kamya is in line with Nitya Naimittika karma, then you have to thank God. But normally Nitya Naimittika karma is always considered to be, Are Baap Re, ye kya musibat hai? Because you do not see a direct benefit for it at any time. Why will someone do something? Only when there is a benefit. Okay? If I tell you that before eating you have to pray, why should I pray? If I pray and eat, if I don't pray and eat, still it is going to go inside and it is going to get digested the same way. So what happens? Any given choice, the first thing which jumps out is Nitya Naimittika karma. आज जाने दो, कल देखेंगे. Correct? And Nitya Naimittika karma, that is why they said, Kamya karma if you don't do, who loses? You will lose. Why? You don't get your desired benefit what you want. Very clear. And hence you will do it. Nitya Naimittika karma if you don't do, anyway I don't lose. So what is the problem? And that is where Pratyavaya Papa is important. If I don't do it, I lose. So I do something to gain is Kamya karma. I do something so that I don't lose is Nitya Naimittika karma. Doing it itself is gain. You don't have to wait for time to give karma bhala. Doing it itself is karma bhala. Instant. You don't have to pay money and book and wait for the vehicle after a few months. Either kiya ki udhar aa gaya. Very instant. Kamya karma is not that way. You have to put prayatna, you have to put effort, you have to do everything, and after that wait for blessings, and then after that the result will come, and then you will decide whether it was as per your wish or not. Are you able to get this? So now what does Karma Kanda teach us? Slowly to come above ourselves and look at the things in a different way. Mature yourself from Kamya Karma to Karma Yoga. Are you able to get this? Okay. Then comes Upasana. Why Upasana is required now? Because if I have to get liberated, my problem is ignorance. I need to get knowledge. If I have to get knowledge, I have to go to a guru and get the knowledge from the guru. When I go to the guru and get the knowledge from the guru, I should understand and I should have that much of focus on what the guru is telling, what the Shastra is telling. And to have that focus, I need to have a calm mind, relaxed mind, not a disturbed mind. Correct? And how do I get this mind? I get this mind only when I connect the mind in what I am doing. Otherwise, I am mechanically doing. Please understand, Karma Yoga by itself is a mechanical activity. Initial few days, you will put a lot of head into it. After that, it is a mechanical activity. So then how do I connect to it? Is only by upasana. What is upasana? I see divinity in it now. In all the thing what I am doing, in all the thing what I am thinking, I see the divinity, and looking at this divinity and connecting to it is called upasana. Because then my mind is focused on it. Okay. So upasana will come only when some amount of bhakti starts. Shraddha and bhakti is required. Otherwise upasana will never come. Are you able to get this? They are so interconnected. So the sadhana chatushtaya sampatti, that shama, dama, uparama, all these are training of the mind. But before that, that thought process needs to be trained in terms of nishiddha, nitya, naimittika, karmas. And then when it comes to upasana, start focusing the mind. Okay. So what is the very simple way the Shastras have given us to have karma and upasana together? Upasana samuchchaya karma. And that is why upasana samuchchaya karma has been given a much higher status than only just mechanical karma. Okay. That is where the 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita will start talking about what? Your Krishna Gati and Shukla Gati. Have you heard of this? Krishna Gati and Shukla Gati. Uttarayana Marga, Dakshinayana Marga. Post death. Correct? Agnirjyotirah Shuklaha Shanmasa Uttarayanam. Same way, Dhumo Ratristatha Krishna Shanmasa Dakshinayanam Tatra Chandrama Sanjyotihi. So, the person who does karma post death will get Dakshinayana. He can go only up to Swarga, Pitraloka, Swarga. Whereas the person who gets Uttarayana Marga can go even up to Brahmaloka. So, karma, upasana, samuchchaya karma will lead you to Uttarayana Marga. Kevala karma will lead you to Dakshinayana Marga. Is it clear? So, slowly, Bhakti and Shraddha and divinity is brought into every karma what we are doing. That is why for every particular japa what you do, there is a dhyana shloka. Kshirodanvat pradeshe shuchimani vilasat saikater mauktikanam. So that dhyana shloka, you are actually seeing the divinity of that Lord, and with that in the mind you are going to do the japa. Bhufpado yasya nabhirviyatasuranilaha. For every Sindhuraruna vigrahan trinayanam manikya mauli spurat apatalana bhastalanta bhuvana brahmanda bhavispurat. For Sri Rudram, this is the dhyana shloka. So for everything there is a dhyana shloka. So then karma becomes upasana samuchchaya karma. How it is integrated in our day to day. Now to take this ahead, when this integration of bhakti and upasana gets into karma, that blend is what they have given a very nice structure to it, which is called Pancha Mahayajna. Okay, we know Panchamahayajna. We will take it in the next class, because then slowly you see when you are doing all this how that mind gets more and more disciplined, and then that mind is focused. That disciplined, focused mind is required. Then only you are eligible for the jnana. Is it clear? We'll stop it here. We'll continue with Panchava Ete Mahayajnaha in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. You all can leave now. Other students will be just coming in. You all can just leave the class. Huh? Each of you all leave the class. Namaskaram. Namaskaram. Yeah. Yeah. Namaskaram.
Namaskaram. Namaskaram, sir. Namaskaram.
Namaskaram.
Namaskaram, Swami. Namaskaram, Rajkrishna.
Namaskaram.
Namaskaram. Namaskaram.
మీకు ఆవర్తనం ఉందని അപ്പോൾ കണ്ടിന്യൂ പഠിക്കും ആരാക്കും ചോളം ആരക്കും ആവർത്തനം